So step one is to prioritize your keywords. What you need to know, one of the two most important parts is volume. And for volume, at the moment, the best thing to do is kind of a hack, is to look at Shopify ads and go into one of your campaigns which has a lot of data. So maybe it looks back at a year or maybe more, but a lot of data. And then it's very useful if you have a lot of words in exact match, because then you'll have exact details. And then what you can do is you can rank them by impressions and write down how many impressions each keyword has. And then you can also capture how much visibility each keyword has. And you take impressions, divide by visibility, and this gives you a sense of the volume that at least you can see for the period you're looking and whatever countries you're active in and so on. So it doesn't give you the full volume of searches, but it gives you the volume for your campaign. And then what you can do is you can do this for each keyword, and you can rank them in relative volumes, which should reflect the real relative volumes out there that are possible. So just to make this completely clear, let's say you have 1,000 impressions, but you have 50% visibility for your ad. It means that there are actually 2,000 searches, but you only get 50% visibility. So you do impressions divided by visibility to get to the relative number of searches. And based on this, you can rank the keywords by volume. But volume is not enough, because maybe some high volume keywords are just not so relevant for your app, and you don't get installs, you don't get paying customers. So the next thing you need to look at is quality. So quality, you can see some data in Shopify ads for sure, but you can also get really deep data, including revenues by keyword for Shopify ads in price. And it looks like this. I had to cover the keywords because this is a real app, but you can see for each keyword how much revenues it had. And you can see App Store visits, installs, subscriptions, new paying customers, conversion rate, and lifetime value. And some other things, but this is the important part for the value. So you want to see how well they convert and how much revenue you got from each keyword. So this together with the volumes lets you see what are the best keywords to target in terms of volume and value. So you can move up the ones with high quality and high volume in priority. And ultimately, you want to sort your keywords in 1, 2, 3 in tiers of first priority, second priority, and third priority. I like to do 5 keywords per tier, but you can do whatever you feel is right. Just that the listing in your app, the content space in your App Store listing is very limited. So you have to limit also how many keywords you put in each tier. So I think 5 is like the maximum for tier 1 and 2. 3, you can go with more keywords. If you have a new app, if you don't have many reviews, if you don't have many installs, then my suggestion to you is to focus on niche keywords first, because if you go for short tail, you're just not going to be on the first page, or even if in the first page, you'll be at the bottom of the page, which is not going to give you many clicks. So try to own 1, 2, 3, second, third order keywords. And then as you grow in installs, reviews, then you can move up in terms of how short the tail of your keywords is. So that's about the prioritization. And then the next thing is to optimize your listing. So what does that mean? It means you need to write your copy in a way that places the keywords by priority. So the top priority placements in your App Store listing are your app name, where you have 30 characters, which is the #1 real estate for SEO. And then after that is subtitle with 62 characters. And after that is the intro. So what you want to do is you take your top keywords and you make sure that they're placed in these places, actually even more than one. So you might want to take your #1 keyword, put it in your name. So app name plus #1 keyword, plus more if you have space. And also maybe subtitle or intro, at least 2 of the 3. and then you have, and then it's strong. And you might want to also put it in other places, but you for sure want to put it in the top priority places if it's a top priority keyword. And then for the third priority keywords, you can't fit them all in this limited amount of characters, around less than 200 characters in total, which is not many words. I won't count now. I'll calculate now. But you can take, and then the lower priority ones you push into the description, which is lots of space, 500 characters, and the bullets, which is also lots of space, 5 bullets times 80 characters each. So this is where you push your lower priority keywords. And also you take your top 5 priority keywords, you add them in the Shopify Partners admin. There's a place to add the top keywords. And you also optimize in the same way the SEO title and description for Google search, which will bring you some traffic from Google search. So while you're doing it, do that as well, but in the same format. So you take your top priority keywords and you put them in the top priority of your SEO title and description. The third step is to monitor and optimize. So it's pretty amazing, but an hour or even less really after you change your listing, you'll be able to see ranking changes. But to be sure, wait a day or two and then look there. And if you see that some short tail keywords you were going for, you're not on the first page, or if you see that some other keywords that you meant to promote, you're not where you want to be, then maybe do some iterations. You just change copy. Like I said, minutes later, your position has changed, so you can see what's working until you optimize to the fullest. But even after you optimize to the fullest, in the one session that you have, things change over time. You get more installs, less installs, new reviews. You have more competitors. You have new keywords that look promising. You drop on some keywords and you don't manage to go higher. So you should be tracking this your keywords ranking over time and looking for opportunities. And you should be optimizing your listing periodically because it's dynamic. So that's about SEO, ASO. Let me show you an example. So of like I said, I also have an agency. So this is work of the agency for ASO. And this is a real app that had this data. This is a screenshot, and most of the screenshots I'll show you are from Price. So we're looking at Shopify search traffic only. And you can see here August, September, and October. On September 29th, they made the changes. So the same process, first of all, keyword prioritization, and then copy changes for the listing. They actually implemented it on September 29th. So we can say all of September is the old version and all of October is the new version. And they had here about 200 visits from Shopify search. And here they had 2.5 times 500 visits from Shopify search. And more importantly, if we look at installs, which is what we want paying customers, but this is installs are closer to that, to that. So for in September they had 53. I remember this number, 53 installs. And then October, 154. And actually, I can tell you guys that they kept this in November and December. So in fact, they got 3 times almost the installs, or 100 extra installs a month, which they keep just by doing this keyword prioritization and copy optimization one time. They haven't changed it since, and they kept all these extra installs.